Good day, friends. In this program, I'm going to show you 5 simple programming projects that we can embark on using Java programming language. This will be done using JUDO IDE. The first one is robotic simulation. The second one is simple calculator. The third one is timer. The next one is digital watch. Then the last one is electronic banner. So for the simple robotic simulation, what I have here is I'm going to write a program that will draw a house based on the dimension shown here. And in the second part, we're going to build something like a robot, which is created by the black circular object. This object will move around to protect this house, and whenever it encounters an intruder, it will raise an alarm. So let's see these 5 projects and their codes. So the first one is the robotic simulation. So you can see from this program, this is a comment that is telling us the title of the program that we want to do. So these are the codes that are responsible for this. So I'm going to scroll down gently for you to see the code. So what these lines of code basically does is it will help us to build uh, a table, and it will also create the robot that will move around the house all around, and if there is an intruder, it will raise an alarm. So what I'm going to do now will be to run this to compile to see if this so you can see from the compilation here that there's no error and the robot is moving around. So let's just watch and see how this happens. So I'm expanding this so that we can see it clearly. So first it started by moving horizontally, now it has dropped vertically, and when it gets to somewhere here it will move again horizontally, then it will climb up vertically. So it's going up now. So I'm going to look at the second program. The second program is a simple calculator. So for you to build a simple calculator using Java programming language, you really have to determine what you really want to do. Are you going to find the product of numbers? Are you going to find the sum of numbers, the difference between numbers? All that has to be clearly spelled out. And this program shows basically how we'll prompt the user to type in 2 numbers, then choose what you really want to do, if it's adding or subtracting or multiplication, and based on what you indicate, the system will do the calculation and will return a value for you. So let's run this and see what happens. So in the first case, the system has compiled and is telling us that compilation is successful. Here it's asking us what's our first number. So I'll type 56. It's asking us to input an operator. So I'm going to do multiplication. Press enter. What's the second number? 89. So when you do that, the system multiplies that and it's giving us 4,984. Then the process can continue. You can use any other thing. For example, I can also do 78. Then enter. And I want to do division divided by 2. And the system tells me the answer is 39. So you can continue multiplying, adding, and using your calculator the way you want it. Then the next program is a timer. So what this timer basically does is, assuming you want to do something or you want to time yourself, so the system will prompt you for the time, the hour, the minute, and the seconds that you want to. You have to indicate that in order to tell it or start the timing or time the project or what you want to do appropriately. So this whole program does that job for us. So if I run this again, the compilation is done. So here the system is asking us how many hours do we want. I want this project to be done for 4 hours. How many minutes? 4 hours 30 minutes 0 seconds. So the system will start timing. So as you can see, it's counting down. So once you press enter, the exercise starts, and it will count down until it gets to 0 before it stops. Digital watch, the codes are here. So what the system does basically is it will prompt us for the current hour, minutes and seconds, and once we indicate that, then the time will be set. So I'll click on run. Compilation is done. Then the system is asking us to indicate the current hour. The current hour is 7, minutes is 56, and the seconds is 34. So once you do that, you can see it's giving us the current time now, and we can rely on this to know the time we have. The last project for today is the electronic banner. This is a simple program that will scroll certain words or string that we want to advertise from right to left, and in each cases it will be displaying different colors and different backgrounds. So what I want to display here is welcome to my YouTube channel, subscribe to view new videos. So the codes are here, so I'm going to scroll down for you to see. So that's the code. So I'm going to run this to compile this program. The system is telling me that compilation is successful, and you can see the scroll. So let me maximize it for you to see. So you can see as it's scrolling from right to left, it's changing colors and it has a beautiful background.